Why are you watching yourself on camera?
I'm not watching myself. I'm watching the adverts.
For fuck's sake. It's good though, we get an extra cent for that. I've got Shane's phone. How's it going, Owen?
It's going alright, James. How's it going, James?
I'm good. Did you take your medication this morning?
Did you take the medication? Oh wait, you didn't know about that medication. You drank the drink, yeah?
Yeah, sure. Alright, so we're in round of 8 for the FACEIT.
Yep.
I'm old, he's young, and we're going to cast some games.
Are you twice my age?
How old are you? How old are you?
Well, you're done.
You're 19.
I'm 22. You're not 38. Are you 38?
Yeah. I started esports a long time ago. You remember Pong?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty competitive, but we didn't have like prize money.
Okay.
But we used to you had to go down the arcades as well.
Okay. Okay.
And,
were you any good or?
Yeah, it's good. And we did high scores as well.
Oh, you started that whole leaderboards. That was.
Yeah, like no, but the thing is, you had it for your different arcades. So we used to do stuff just like Tetris and shit. But you had high scores at the arcades, and then you send a courier, like someone, to actually tell the other people what your high score was.
I do remember back in the day, you used to have to kind of like take screenshots of. You had to take a photo of your TV screen on a certain time trial, didn't you, to send it into places?
No, we didn't have like.
You weren't. You're not that old. Oh, you.
Oh yeah, but we were before that as well.
Oh, you before that?
We had like kind of officials.
Okay.
That would actually just confirm.
And how kind of qualified did you have to be an official in Pong?
Like just really official. Yeah. And the trouble is when your official died that was holding your high score. High score.
Why would they die? Is this a dangerous job being an official in the world of Pong? There's a lot of kind of. Is there like a mafia kind of undertone to the Pong?
Yeah. If they killed off your official, your high score would disappear because then no one else would have it. Yeah. So. Esports was pretty dangerous.
It's come a long way.
Yeah.
There's no murders in Dota, unless there's stuff that goes on that we don't know about.
Yeah.
DDoSing is probably worse.
Probably worse than killing off a Tetris official.
I thought it was Pong. Or was it both?
Both, dude.
Any that were more kind of dangerous?
No. Equally as dangerous.
What about Centipede? Did that?
No, that was that's like League of Legends compared to what Tetris was.
Anyway, we've got some Dota here, James.
I just wanted to give you some history. There you go. So now you some respect, please.
Yeah, I feel educated now, and hopefully, when I'm casting, people think I'm knowledgeable because I've learned.
I'll ask you lots of questions about this Dota game.
Okay, well, let's get ourselves in. Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
Whoa, did you see that? Can we up that again? Do that
Holy
again.
Shit.
Look at that
again, Johnny.
It was like going into a vagina.
It
was. There we go. I'm going in, boys. Come on. Johnny! You didn't do the fucking transition!
Yeah, it's alright, it's alright. It was a premature, Owen, but good try.
Right, anyway.
Back into the game. Right,
okay.
Turtlemasters versus the Balkan Bears. What a name. What a name, what a logo.
Hello. I smell a bit of fish there. Anyway, it's Turtlemasters, and I was actually going to say, I was saying to the stream, you probably know who the people are. Do you know who's who on this team?
Well, I know Nikwa, and I'm sure some of them have names that aren't familiar right now. Blitz is one of them, not William.
I know that EA is EGM. I didn't know which one was Blitz.
Yeah,
I think it might be Joe.
William, because his name is William.
Okay.
And then you got Pablo and Joni Liefert or Fimin.
Yeah, I think it's Shane you because
Joey. I think his name's Joey now. And Hook and Crit, I recognise.
Yeah, it's the Balkan Bears, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing FPL, I think, don't they?
Bravo. Cool. All right, so we've had a Visage pick, so that forced Turtlemasters to take away the Drow. But you've also got the Beastmaster, which works pretty well with Visage anyway. Yeah. So we got some push. True. I think push has been working out pretty well in the best of ones.
It seems to be at the moment, especially in this patch. I guess it's because it's the start of the patch. We always kind of see this when a new patch comes out. Teams just trying out loads of different things. And if it gets the job done in 15 minutes, there's no reason why you wouldn't want to draft like that, really.
Yeah, you want stable as well. So just like Undying, Chen, Wisp, and Gyro bands are just fantastic because they're just heroes that can really mess up either lanes or or just Wisp, just keep everybody alive during the push, depending on how far you are ahead or if the game's even. Slaughter for some minus armor.
It's kind of nice. I mean, the Turtlemasters might have been looking to run that with the Dazzle, and
Yeah, it's a nice remove in a way.
It's, I mean, you were saying, I think it was you the other day talking about the Visage. You were saying how strong you reckon she was, and even, kind of theory crafting, maybe putting her in the mid lane sometimes.
Yeah, like, I'm not, like, even if you pick Visage and you're like, you think you're going to go that Drow strat and you don't get the Drow, but you want to just stick Visage mid, it's incredibly strong. And if you can get an early Ags, it's huge. It's just like you just become an absolute beast in the early game. And a lot of teams have been mentioning that they've been favoring AoE damage over kind of the single target.
Okay. What was that down to? The fact that there's all these early skirmishes?
Yeah, it's just like how do you make the biggest impact? Because it's not so much the comeback mechanic, which is what used to happen where everyone was like, okay, we need single target burst because we have to remove this one hero at a time. Now it's kind of like, can we win a team fight? And it's not so much coming down to the big teamfight ultimates that you play around, like the Tide Hunter, and even though the Darkseer War is great and it lasts like 45 seconds from level 1 now, it's it's more about like how much damage can you put out. And so Queen of Pain kind of brings that to the table. Beastmaster a little bit, Raw into just throwing your axes around is always good. But I still think that that when you favor the AoE a bit, you might have a more stable time, but I certainly think the push factor is in favor of the Balkan Bears here, just with the Beastmaster and Visage and Vengeful Spirit, another aura as well. So with that minus armor, if they can get themselves any kind of lockdown, and they've got a stun on every hero on Balkan Bears. You've got the Visage, which you've got amazing slow, but then you've also got the Familiar, so you have got 2 stuns that you should be able to hit. And if Slada gets a blink, that initiation followed up with a Beastmaster Raw, a Vengeful Spirit stun, Visage Birds, even the Shadow Demon, which was the last pick from Turtlemasters, isn't necessarily going to save you as well as the Dazzle on top with the Shadow Grave. This is, I'm worried for Turtlemasters. Yeah. But they're a great team. They play amazing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They've got some big names in. And I think as well, as you were saying earlier, teams, I was saying they want to go for the early aggression, but you were like, it's going to get better to go for the solidity. And, I mean, Balkan Bears draft is very solid compared to Turtlemasters. Turtlemasters, they have got that kind of classic combination between, obviously, the Dazzle, the Mirana, and the Shadow Demon. And with the Dazzle and the Shadow Demon, it looks like it is going to be that core Mirana. And arguably, possibly in the position 1 with the Dazzle and SD, because in lane, you're going to be able to blow heroes up very nicely.
Yeah, the setup from SD Mirana is awesome. And then also SD coming out with the extra illusions with a Dazzle Bomb. It's a really scary tri-lane. You could even throw it on the off lane and go aggressive if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think that would be... I mean, just if you're able to slow down the Sladar's progression, because if the Slardar gets an early blink...
Slardar just has a bad time versus that, I'm pretty sure.
Exactly.
And with a Vengeful Spirit, and, it's not... You don't have too much to, like, kind of just save you. The only thing is like, Visage on a tri-lane is really, really damaging. Just Soul Assumptions can do a lot. But we'll see. We'll see what Balkan Bears want to do. Last 2 bans were TA for Turtlemasters and Viper.
Okay, so I guess banning out the Viper. They were pondering if it would be the Mirana off lane.
Yeah.
I guess, maybe the Viper solo safe lane. Fairly tanky hero, and I guess could...
Even mid and Quap on the
could
safe
deal
lane
with that.
Or something.
And it would be a very nice lane for him if Balkan Bears did put the Beastmaster on the off lane, because Viper against the Beastmaster, he's going to have a pretty good time there. Final pick for Balkan Bears. They do still need what looks to be their mid hero.
This is crazy, by the way. It's the final pick of a game that takes you into the best of 3s after this round.
It is, isn't it?
It goes into best of 3s. So this is like your final pick of a best of 1 to enter what is potentially going to be, if you get through the qualifiers in the next stage, like a $16 million tournament. And both these teams, if they were in the qualifiers, I think they would have a good shot just in the the actual qualifiers. But we're going to have a Darkseer.
Okay, so Beastmaster in the mid lane and DS in the off lane. And I guess Darkseer could go solo safe, which they might want to do if they want to avoid the aggressive tri-lane of Turtlemasters. And I feel that they need to keep that Slardar away from that tri-lane.
I think they can. I think they can. Yeah, like, even though it's not going to be awesome, the Visage is a tipping point. I'm not sure if they're going to want to dodge, but who knows? I mean, these guys are like twice as good as me, Owen.
3 times as good as me.
That's generous.
No, 4 times as good.
Keep on going, buddy.
Ursa is the final pickup, so it's going to be the Mirana on the solo lane almost certainly.
All right, don't hit the desk, Owen.
What's wrong with why?
Owen.
Sorry.
I had this desk custom built.
Did you build it?
No. But I told someone to build it.
What is this stain?
And by management standards, it's dedicated. What is that stain?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't recall that. Don't lick it. Okay. Well, now you've got herpes. So...
Can you get herpes like that?
What did you bring back from Sweden, Owen? Well, Mum, I got you this lovely Swedish.
What do you mean I got you this?
And
why am I going to give it to my mum?
Oh yeah, right. She's already got it. All right, shut the fuck up, Owen, and tell us who's in the teams.
Okay. Anyway,
stop licking things.
I wasn't licking anything. My finger was rubbing my tongue. Anyway, we've got two teams here: Balkan Bears versus Turtle. As you were saying, it is the quarterfinal stage. And on the side of Turtle, well, we're going to be seeing EGM on his Dazzle. It will be Nikwa on the Queen of Pain. Blitz. I mean, which is a Blitz? I imagine, well, to be fair, with Nikwa on the Queen of Pain, it's going to be almost certainly the solo lane quap, and they're going to put Mirana in the mid lane. So I guess Blitz must be Joey. So it'll be Blitz on the Mirana.
No, not William. It's surely Blitz.
But no, I think Shane said it wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, Shane was like, he was trying to work out who that was because he was pretty sure that wasn't Blitz. But maybe Shane was wrong. But I don't know.
I would see Blitz playing like an Ursa, something that dives in games more than a Mirana.
I mean, we kind of did a little bit of research on not William's Steam account. It is his Smurf account. He's only got 72 wins on Dota, and he has one friend, and the one friend is a Smurf account of Blitz's. So the question is...
Okay, so Joey is, you think?
No, not William.
Yeah, that's... Yeah,
right.
Maybe it's him.
We don't know. We don't know. Maybe someone will tell us. The Twitch chat probably know.
Who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
Blitz.
Okay. Anyway, what's going on? Well, I don't... Why are we paused, James?
Is this another one of Blitz's friendship teams unite kind of thing?
Does he do a lot of these then?
Yeah, he went over to Korea, started it with
of course, Zephyr. Yeah. They did pretty well, didn't they?
And they invited Purge over to play. I love Purge, by the way, but Jesus Christ.
Is he a good player? In your eyes, is he?
He's just like...
I mean, he's a great guy. I mean, the videos that he's done have been invaluable for the community.
Purge is great at teaching people to be as good as he is.
Okay.
But then when Purge has to learn how to be better, he doesn't have another Purge to teach him. So he's kind of like plateaued. He's actually good. Like he is legit.
Yeah,
good. But
he's
the thing
a nice
is, like
guy.
when he
He's
was in
really
Korea,
nice.
like watching him, he was like, "Dude, you need to be like a lot better," and he wasn't progressing.
I mean, are the Korean teams that good? Are they?
I don't know. Like he needed to find Korean Purge.
Have you ever been to Korea, James?
Actually, no, I haven't.
No? Is it somewhere that you're going to be going in the future? Would you like to go there?
Yeah, I would like to go there.
Maybe.
But I've been to like a lot of esports events around Korea, like China and stuff.
Oh, it's a
but I'd
potential
never actually,
career path for you.
Yeah, bothered ending up in Korea.
Well, James, I've told them who's on the diet. Do you want to say tell us who's on the Radiant?
No.
Okay.
Not really. You can do it.
Yeah, I'll do it then. Right. Is there going to be Bravo on the Dark Sea, Yapzor on the Visage, Hook on the Beastmaster, Exist on the Slardar, and Crit on his Vengeful
I just
Spirit?
think that when people introduce teams, it's really cringy when they like ask their co-commentator to do the other team. I just think you should just
What's
do
wrong
it
with
all.
that? Yeah, but then the co-commentator sits there like, I wanted to do a
I'll
team.
say something afterwards, like, yeah, that's the team.
Yeah,
and
but
also, they're doing level 1 Roshan, so what the fuck are you looking at, Owen?
James, come on. You're controlling the camera here.
I'm not.
James,
you.
what the hell are you looking at? James, oh, come on, James. This isn't funny.
Please pay attention to the game, Owen.
Right, here we go. So they're going for level 1 Roshan. Do they get away with it, James?
Yeah, I think they do. Well, hopefully they do in 2 minutes, because that's how long we've got a delay on stream. So we'll see if they move around the 2-minute 10 mark. But they've actually got Nikwa scouting and actually looking like he's going to put some pressure. So I do think that Nikwa will probably hold him away just enough. And I think there was an arrow actually over the roast pit from the Mirana. So they should be able to do this.
They've got it.
And yeah, they don't know. They're just going for the rune, and they're going to be like, holy shit, everyone's level 3. And the Slardar's like, that rune doesn't look so good. So
okay.
Level 1 Roche from the team of Turtle.
Yeah.
Balls of Steel. Automatically pretty much just won the game. They're in the best of 3, but out of respect to Kurokai, we're going to continue casting anyway.
Kurokai?
Kuroki. He says you can call him.
Is Kuroki watching? What do you mean?
He's in chat.
Why are we talking? Oh, okay. Hello, Kuroki. How you doing, sir? Anyway, so I mean, so this aggressive tri-lane, it was going to be nice anyway, but as you said, the fact that all the heroes are level 3, it's, I mean, this Darkseer drew the short straw going into this lane. It's not great for the lad. I mean, oh, he might be dead here. They've got a poison touch.
Gonna put Surge, he's out of range.
Yeah,
no boots yet on Pablo on the Shadow Demon. So we've got a Visage on the offlane, and unfortunately for him, he's now going to be accompanied by a Slada. I actually think it would have been nice if he was just able to be here, but they are dodging, and rightfully so. I don't think they would have maybe wanted to dodge if it wasn't for the fact that everyone was level 3. But if they get anything on this Darkseer and they can get a kill or maybe on Nikwa, which is kind of almost impossible, I feel. So that's not going to happen. But if they can zone him with the Visage, that would be nice. It really comes down to if they want to get back into this game, is getting something good middle against the Mirana on the Beastmaster. But again, it's not going to be a kill. I can't see anybody from Turtle getting picked up. Like, I don't see how they're going to get kills. Nicely, though, they are pulling on the top lane with the Vengeful Spirit. But Nikwa's pretty happy. Like, this is a shitter.
So it's going to be a tough one for Balkan Bears. It's interesting to note as well, obviously.
It's ridiculous.
With the level 1 Roche, they did opt to give the level... Nick was taking a bit of harassment, but he's got the blink available. They opted to give the levels to the 3 heroes on the aggressive tri-lane. Is that what you want to be doing then? You're not too bothered about your solo safe lane in your mid lane. It's more preferential to get it on the bottom.
Quap isn't going to have a bad time.
No.
I mean, unless Visage just can continue to harass. But even if they trade, I think Quap trades pretty well in the early stages of the game. Visage doesn't have a lot of like right-click damage. But you want to get like your soul assumptions up, etc. The only good thing that's going for him right now is Bravo is a ninja on the bottom lane on his Darkseer, and he's actually just leeching XP, which is about as good as you can get. And poor EGM has been running around the tree line and just hasn't found him, and finally finds him now. In comes an Iron Shell. Doesn't really matter, but he's hit level 2, which is nice because he's got his Iron Shell, and he's ticking up his gold towards that soul ring. So we'll see. And Quap, Nikra at top, he's currently got himself just 3 last hits, 4 denies. He's not going to get killed, but he isn't getting farmed, but the wave is going to push in soon. So, yeah, everything's going really well for Turtle. But Balkan Bears, you can see that they are standing very strong in terms of that was a really horrible start, but it's not like they're out of the game by any means.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're looking on the plus for them. If you were going to have a hero that was going to be on their own against, a lane with a very heavy level advantage, Darkseer is that hero because he's still going to find the farm. He's going to be very hard to catch out, and it looks like the side of Turtle realised that they're going to look towards the mid lane for a gank. And Hook, he's only level 3. He has to back up. He's been having a bit of a tough time here up against the Mirana.
Rotation in here. We actually had Ursa now. He's top level 5.
Okay.
And Nikwa's going to go back to base on his Queen of Pain. Probably going to go bottom. Visage will sit here, level 3 on the top lane. And Hook has actually been camped a lot. If you look at Hook's last hits, he's actually got 10, which is the most for the Radiant side for the Balkan Bears, which is like 3 times less pretty much as the Ursa. And one of his last hits was on Ro16 as well. So it's just the amount of pressure they're putting on the lanes that they know they don't want to give any leeway on. In terms of like a comeback advantage. They're doing really nicely. And rotations from the Radiant side, we've got the Darkseer now in the jungle. So I think this is setting up to be a really close game, despite the early start. It's just, you can see the Balkan Bears, with players such as Crit and Hook, they're not too phased by the fact there was a level 1 Roshan.
Oh, yeah. There's going to get to a point, if the game continues at this momentum, where the difference will just nullify entirely. And, the side of the Radiant will catch up. But for the time being, there's still a lot of farm on this Ursa, with 31 CS at the moment. Phase boot, 750 gold, and indeed mid lane.
Got a disruption.
They've got the arrows to follow up as well. The timing is there. It's only going to be a little stun because it was very close range. Hook gets the boar out. It's not going to be enough with the soul catcher on him. They do find first blood there as well. And for your mid lane Mirana, Blitz, if that is indeed who it is, it's going to be pretty happy with that.
The game is actually over. I lied. Yeah, they've shut down the mid, and also not William on that Ursa. I really hope he just rushes Blink, because if he rushes Blink, I don't think there's much the supports and some of the teammates can do on Balkan Bears. That Ursa getting a Blink and the top tower, like when the top tower drops, he's going to be so close to Blink, and he's going to be like level 8 by the time he needs to start fighting, and Crit on the support will be like level 4 on the Venge, and you're going to have no items pretty much on the Darkseer, so I'm not sure what they're going to stand on. Oh god, okay. Well, we'll see. If the first blood wasn't just given away, it
you
was
changed
unlucky.
your tone very quickly.
No, but it was an
James.
invis rune, right? It was an invis rune. They come mid, they get first blood, and it shuts down one of the key heroes, which is the Beastmaster. And with the rotations are really smart from Team Turtle. So this tower top is probably not going to get defended. And if it does, you've got Pablo there as well, looking for a disruption. No. Yeah, they can't defend this. There's no way. And Slarder's actually still getting not much at all.
He's really not. I mean, 22 CS, he's second highest on the team, but he's still 20 behind the Moran and 23 behind the Ursa. It's a massive difference, and indeed, as you're saying, with the tower gold, that's going to be going their way as well.
Comes to the Ursa. Yeah. So, yeah, he's 400 gold, 300 gold away from his blink. So this is really if the game's going to be over quick or not, is if the Ursa can make a big impact with the blink and just clean up the map, that could be pretty huge. And also, you got to consider they're going to have another stab at Roche pretty soon, and they probably won't get contested. Like, how do you contest a team that's so many levels ahead of you when you pretty much just got brown boots on your Slarder? Even if you run in,
they might find Hook as well. They've got a disruption. They're going to have to follow power, and the arrow is juked out. Hook might be okay now. He's got a backup of Crit, and Crit maybe turning around from Magic Missile. Exists there. We'll get a Poison Touch from EGM. Maybe they can find a kill onto the side of Turtle. Pablo's getting healed up. The Bashes, they're coming out. But with the stick charges, he keeps himself alive for a little bit. Does still go down. Now leap forward from Joey. He will find Slardar in return. It's a 1-for-1. Make that a 1-for-2. It looks like they might find EGM, but EGM with the jukes round the tree line. Turns around with a heal. Looks to find the kill on Yapsor. Will get it. It's a double kill.
Nice
Bravo
wall.
Came in with the wall. It was a nice wall, but I don't think it's going to kill anyone, because if anything, it's going to just kill himself. The fact that he looked to try and jump into that with a dagger on him, pots the stick charges, triple kill for Marana. And I mean, is this over, James, or is this over?
It's on its way. But Nikwa, by the way, threw out a sonic wave from the lower rune to try and get the last hit on the Slarder, and the last hit was actually picked up by the Marana of Joey, so he actually just whiffed his sonic wave. So imagine that fight with a sonic wave. Okay, and then imagine just in a minute or two time, or actually the Roche spawn's not the best for him, but imagine, they've actually just checked Roche on Pablo as well, but imagine then you've got Ursa with 2 lives, or whoever you want to have 2 lives, even if it's not Ursa, but I would definitely want it on Ursa, since the Blink Dagger and Phase Boots don't give you a lot of HP. Yeah, so it's a tough, what's the net worth? What are we looking at now?
Let's have a look. XP is coming up to 5k and 7.5k. So we're reaching the 1,000 gold difference per minute at 8 minutes in. It's pretty ridiculous, the amount of difference.
And Slarder bottom lane, the guy
they might kill Ursa here. Ursa's getting low. There'll be a defensive disruption, but with 4 heroes here on the side of Balkan Bears, I don't think there's any way William gets out, and he won't indeed. And that's a big kill getting the Ursa there.
Yep. And we got Slarder bottom actually trying to defend his tower, just going to have to TP away. So potentially another tower going down, and even though they got the kill on the Ursa, which was quite big, they've just really sat mid right now, the team of Balkan Bears. So they're going to send the Darkseer away to get some farm, looking to stack another camp with Yapsor on his Visage. So doing everything they can, everything at their disposal to try and keep the gold difference down and the XP difference. But that Ursa kill's nice, but still, the Team Turtle are still getting a lot. There's a free tower for the Quap, and already with a quarterstaff, most likely going for an Orchid, which is painful.
It's looking a little bit grim here for the die. Roshan's going to be up in a few seconds as well, so if Turtle keep tabs on that and get that, that's
I think if Turtle want to take the mid tower, they probably can. And then if someone pushes, if the enemy team pushes top, it's an easy go. It's just like, okay, we'll take Roche. The only thing, and there's actually no wards for the Radiant team over the Roche pit, and Roche has just spawned, as you mentioned, and they're going to pick up a smoke on the Visage, so they know something's up, but they're going to put pressure top, and we're going to have a rotation from Turtle. We got a Blink Dagger in the tree lines with the Ursa, not William, and this is potentially going to go bad. Oh no, William didn't get the initiation he wanted at all.
Yeah, there was a Ro16 EGM as well. He's still alive for the time being. A defensive disruption keeping him up. And indeed, not William wasn't able to find anything. And now he's having to run away from Exist on the Slardar, trying to chase him down. It's a 1-for-1 as both Shadow Demon and Visage have fallen. Now it's the Ursa and the Dazzle falling as well on the side of Turtle. And this is looking to be a very good fight for Balkan Bears. Maybe Joe and the Marana can look to try and clean up. There's going to be a slithering crush that catches him out. And they've got the damage to control. They haven't got a magic missiles. Crits out of mana. Won't be able to throw anything else out. And now Nikwa blinking forward, trying to clean this one up. Will find crit. It's a killing spree for the Quap. Ending the fight with a 2-for-3 difference between the sides. But the side of Balkan Bears, they're going to be pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, definitely. Slardar got kills and got out. They took out the Ursa again. Unfortunately for not William on the Ursa, his initiation wasn't the best, and he was actually... I'm not sure if he knew how many heroes were actually moving in the shadows. What do you call it? Shadows?
Fog of War?
Fog of War, yeah.
Fog of War.
In the Fog of War, because he was literally just surrounded, and then with the minus armor, even if it's not even a level 11 Slardar, it's still a decent amount of minus armor. It's 10. So, yeah, not William got picked up, and that was, a big part of that fight. So we'll see. But they have DD, and they're in the Roche pit. That's the place to be. No vision whatsoever. Mech is almost finished for the Darkseer, which is what they wanted a long time ago, I want to say. I want to check the items in terms of what they've actually got, like for team fights. Shadow Demon and EGM are pretty poor. EGM on the Dazzle does have a mango. We're pretty close to the Orchid, and we've got drums on the Marana. So that mech is actually going to mean a lot. And we've also got a medallion coming out. So the team fight, despite the Aegis, isn't incredibly like just a win by any means. Like the items that they actually have on Team Turtle, it doesn't feel like if they go into a team fight, fighting through a mech and a wall now, I don't think they're going to be able to pick up a win in a team fight. If they're going to get anything, it's basically off the disruption and the Marana arrow, and maybe some help from a blinking Ursa. But otherwise, I think Balkan Bears actually should be able to defend their tier 1 tower mid, and I would be surprised if they didn't TP the two players top back, and they're so close to Blink Dagger as well on their Slardar. So yeah, this actually could be a big turning point, and if Turtle go mid and they get wiped, Balkan Bears might be able to walk away with a really good mid game. So let's see if they come back. And unfortunately, I think the Blink Dagger is just going to be a little bit too late. They need that top tower to get the Blink Dagger. So maybe they just want to give up the mid tower, get their Blink Dagger, and then take a fight elsewhere. But they are going to glyph. So let's see. And then there's also the fact that there's an Aegis. So maybe it's a better idea just to sack this and get the top tower. What do you think, Owen? Sack it? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to sack it indeed. And Turtle claim that. And I think as you're saying, it's... Yeah, Turtle got to think very carefully about the fights they take, but at the same time, I feel they're in a comfortable position in that if they want to go defensive and they want to just farm up on their cores, if this game goes late, an Ursa, Marana, and a Quap Tricore are going to eat through what Balkan Bears have in the latter portions of the game.
Yeah, but if they make a mistake over one of these towers, I think there's a good chance that they'll do something strong, and Crit's actually going to be able to potentially get out. Yes, he will. Sonic Wave was used. Unfortunately, no Orchid. He's just like 60 gold short, so won't get the bonus damage at the end. Yeah. The next fight is so important for Balkan Bears. It's just like, it's the fight that's really going to open up the game for them. And as you said, if they lose the next fight and get rolled, that Marana can actually start turning into a big problem. And, drums, it's nice to have. Ring of Aquila, it's nice. Phase boots, they're all kind of the small little items that you can transition into, be a little bit strong if you could pick up just one decent item. And the Ogre Club
exists. He did go up to the high ground there. It was still and the pings came out on him. They know that he's got the Blink Dagger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they saw it when he came up. Okay. There was definitely a ping on him. I think it was from the side.
They want to kill the Dazzle, and EGM just ran so far forward. Oh my god, he's dead. Okay, let's see what they can make of this.
Yeah, so trying to fight for it all, going for Exist, and Exist will go down. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far. The Moonlight Shadow helping out Ursil, runs himself in, will pop the Aegis. He's ready for round 2. Nikwa was able to pick off the Venge on the back of that one. The Birds, indeed, they're looking to get themselves in position, trying to stop someone like Nikwa. Soul Assumption comes through. Nikwa will just actually be able to pick off one of the Birds. Yapso getting low is not William, tries to get himself in. D&D trying to turn this one around with the help of Hook, with the axes. There's a 1-for-2 trade so far. It looks like the side of Turtle will be okay and will be able to find themselves the tier 2 here on the lane. But Ursa needs to get himself out. The Familiar will chase him down, but he's got the Blink Dagger and will be able to get out.
EGM kind of gifting a big chance of team wipe there by running in. If it wasn't for the fact that they took the fight away from the tower and away from the wall, they might have had a really bad time there, Turtle. But EGM just getting picked off was pretty huge. And I'm not sure why Slado exists, wanted to run. I mean, when you've kind of popped your sprint, you know, it's like trying to run versus that team. Oh, he actually went for a blink crush, but unfortunately missed. But trying to run is just like sometimes not worth it. You're not really going to extend your life by that much. It's better just to look for a new amplified damage and a couple of hits if you're going down. But yeah, here we go. It'd be nice if they actually had something like a Force Staff on Balkan Bears. I'm not really sure who would want to get that, but it can be really big if you actually get if your Slaughter initiates and you actually just force him out of the fight afterwards. I know you can kind of do it with Surge, but it's not great. You normally want to use Surge to get your Slaughter in there.
And there's some nice items coming out for the side of Turtle. They do now have the Vlads on the Ursa, and we see on the Murano as well. I mean, with the Ogre Club, I was kind of unsure what she was going to opt for, but now with the Sands, it looks to be going into the Halberd, which is going to be very nice against this Slardar, who is a long way away from a potential BKB.
Yeah, that's going to be a big item. Yeah, I didn't think of that as well. I was kind of worried that the Murano was going to fall off if it was going for like just a straight BKB or Sanj and then even Yasha. I didn't think of Halberd, so yeah, it's a good item choice, especially against his Slaughter. It's going to render him pretty useless, and as you mentioned, he's got a long way to go towards that BKB. The other thing that they have going for him though, Turtle, after that fight is Roche. Once again, the story of this game is kill Roche, get Roche, don't fuck up team fights, and that's so far what they've been doing. And so if they trade towers here and then can control the wards over Roche, they should be pretty happy. And Nikwa has the Orchid now, TPing into tier 2 mid, looking to rotate, and they should be able to defend this tower pretty easily.
There's a bit of a push coming in here with the Necro units. Brings the tower down to about half health, but indeed, they've got to back themselves up here, Balkan Bears. Not feeling confident enough to try and take a fight, especially after the last one didn't go too great around by their own tier 2. I mean, we're 17.5 minutes in terms of the individual heroes' net worth. We do see the 3 top heroes are still those on the side of Turtle, and by quite a big lead as well. I mean, there's 4,000 between the highest of Balkan Bears and the highest of Turtle, and overall on the net worth graph, it is still a fairly respectable 10,000 lead, and XP-wise about the 7.5 as well. So it's still looking good for them. Well, they might throw away a nice kill here if they're able to get it on the side of Balkan Bears going onto the bear, but with the ultimate nullifying a huge amount of that damage, he's just going to walk it off, and the wall was dropped and everything, and just not enough between those two heroes to bring down Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Space created, man.
Absolutely.
You've now got Necro Book 2.
He went for the SMY, didn't go for the Halberd.
That's even cooler.
Yeah?
Sure.
You liking it?
It's fine. It's the Murano is the new sniper.
Okay.
Drums, SMY, then you just go into your Skadi. I actually felt that your call was pretty good though with the Halberd. You would have been able to stay in the fights, you know, like a lot longer, and your damage isn't really like overly significant on a Murano until you get like, I always feel you need 3 core items on a Murano instead of like 2. And the Slaughter would have just had a really shit time. Like it would have been really, really nice. But either way, it's SMY, yeah, helps damage. It's going to work out in the long term if they stay ahead anyway, but they were so far ahead that I think the Halberd could have just been a devastating item. But okay, I really want the team of Balkan Bears to actually try and get a smoke here, because they need to create some sort of pick or some space on the map. They're not farming bottom. Nikwa's just currently down there and has an ultimate orb now. Sorry, a point booster on top of the Orchid. So going for the Aghanims will be huge. And also on the side of Balkan Bears, I'm looking for Yapza to start spending some of his gold. He's got 1.2k, and I feel that Aghanims could just be nice. So, and it could be doable as well to be able to pick up an Aghanims in this game.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the other option is to go for that straight up solo crest, but more often than not, we do see the Visages indeed opting to pick up the Aghanims before they decide to finish off the solo.
Yeah, but no smoke coming out just yet. They hold smokes though on Balkan Bears. They've actually got 2. One on Visage, one on Exist playing Slaughter. Roche is not spawned. Someone just checked that, but it's going to be spawning soon. So they really need to get a lot out of this map, and currently no one's farming bottom. So they're being pretty, I wouldn't say ineffective. But just Nikwa down here on that Queen of Pain is just, had like 5 full waves of creeps and no one's contested. And finally they get to the tower and the Darkseer feels almost too scared to farm it. Bravo playing the Darkseer at the bottom. So, yeah, they're not being overly efficient right now. And they're sharing farm top, which means the BKB's still going to be slow. The level 3 Necro Book has taken priority as they've given the farm to Hook on the Beastmaster. And that level 3 Necro Book's not going to make a huge difference if they give away Roche, which is exactly what's happening.
And they go straight into the pit. And there's going to be absolutely nothing that Balkan Bears can do about it. They'll just look to try and make the most of the empty map, whilst the side of Turtle do focus on taking that one down. But a lot of money going the way here of Ursa now on top of the Vlads. 2.7k gold. He's only 1,000 away from building that potential BKB. And I mean, once he's got a BKB and he's able to go into these fights, I guess he's still got to be aware of a few of the spells. Obviously, the physical damage and bashes coming out from the Slardar and the Roar from the Beastmaster. But I don't know. I mean, if you roar the Ursa, then you've got to be very careful about Mirana, who's going to be leaping around, kiting everyone, and obviously with the SMY doing a fair bit of damage. And worth noting on the side of Balkan Bears, Yapsaw
Solar Crest.
Yeah, finishes off the full-out Solar Crest first.
Yep, had some mischance. They're just going to trade towers. I think Balkan Bears pretty much consider that they need to defend high ground only with Darkseer Wall, and that's how they're going to make a fight go their way, if anything. So they're still actually, if they get the tier 2 tower top, of course with the Beastmaster and the Vendor, and you've got the Visage Birds there, they're pretty happy with this. They're probably going to try and force back some TPs, but then they need to be careful to be able to escape. They do have Necrobook free gold on Hook, but they're going to have to, I think are they going to force the TPs back? We've got Cheese, yeah, the TPs are coming in, and they need to get the fuck out. And if they get out here, it's a huge win for them, because they can probably avoid a base fight. They've still got their tier 2 mid. They can probably avoid taking a big fight until the Aegis is gone. Admittedly, you still got Cheese left out there, and that's not great, but you've got a chance with Wall and all the damage that you can pull out with auras under a tower. But they're not going for any picks. They hold on to their smokes, and I can't blame them, just because of the whole team of Turtle is just moving around as 5. They just want to collect towers, like, is the only goal.
Yeah, and we see the push coming in on this mid lane here from the side of Turtle. Nikwa only 50 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter, so it's going to be a very hard fight for Balkan Bears to fight into, but it does indeed look to be that they're doing exactly what you say, and they're going to feel more confident fighting from the high ground, and rightfully so. I mean, with a wall vacuum into Slithering Crush, there's the potential to easily win a team
Here's
fight.
the thing, right? Is like the vacuum into Slithering Crush is exactly where this game can go for them, but it's based off Bravo doing what I hope he does, which is pick up a Blink Dagger. He's actually running to the side shop. He's going to have to TP back. I really want him to sell his Magic Stick and then get back to, just get a Blink Dagger. Because if they do that, if they Blink Vacuum into Crush, into Wall, they have a really good chance of defending.
But he's gone for it.
He's got the Blink. Okay, so this is the combo that Balkan Bears need to pull off to defend this game. And they've got a lot of minus armor out here right now, and I think they're going to go, nope, not yet.
Waiting to see that Darkseer jump.
I mean, you really just want to delete the Ursa before Cheese is used, and they had so much minus armor on the Ursa. I thought that was a good time to go, even despite.
Oh, there's a vacuum into Crush onto 4 with the wall as well. They're all melting. They've lost the Shadow Demon. The Moonlight Shadow is there. It's going to be a double kill for the Darkseer. They've found 3 as the Aegis is popped as well, but it looks like they're going to find more. But not really tries to fight through. It's a triple kill for the Darkseer. That is exactly what we were talking about, Jameson. And I don't think we've ever seen a player's textbook as that. I mean, that was perfect.
Yeah, they got pretty unlucky. They didn't get the Ursa straight away, and he was actually able to stay in the fight. But they took out the Quap, but Quap will actually respawn on Nikwa. So he won't actually lose his life, just the Aegis. And despite having the Aghanims, didn't actually have it on him, that fight.
That was, I mean, I guess...
incredible, patience from the team.
You know what it was as well? I don't think they didn't see that the Darkseer had the Blink Dagger.
No, of course not.
They did not know
that was their play.
Yeah.
It was... The Blink Dagger was essential for making that play happen. And it was, I think there was a Force Staff used on either the Shadow Demon or something to get out of or Force Staffed him or someone out, because it was a 4-man blink.
Yeah. And
the Quap was caught in it, and the only movement ability we have apart from Mirana Leap was the Shadow Demon. So I can't recap it. I'm too old for this shit. But basically, yeah,
That was what
they
that was
they
it.
held out 24 minutes to pull off that, and that's, and it's been stressful for them to do so. But the good thing is now they're quite mobile, and that fight is going to give them a lot in terms of just a spike in gold. That they've still maintained their smokes, and they're a very seasoned team. I know you got EGM on the other team, who's can predict a lot of what pro gamers will do, but you've still got overall a very seasoned team in the Balkan Bears. They've played a lot of Dream Leagues. They're very high caliber players. So if these smokes are effective, Turtle could just lose their grip on this map. It's incredibly low scoring, 9-10, but it's really exciting as far as the game goes.
And then some big items will be coming out for the side of Balkan Bears next to that fight very soon. Slider, he's under 300
courier
gold from
top.
BKB.
Look at the courier top. Sorry, it's just being harassed by birds. But unfortunately, sorry to interrupt you. What are you saying?
That's all right, James. You can interrupt me whenever you want.
Thanks, buddy.
That's all right. It's your studio, mate.
It's my plywood.
Oh boy. I mean, yeah. If you had to give this game odds, who are your favourite at this point? Do you think Balkan Bears totally swung this one round, or is it still very much Turtle's game to lose?
I think Turtle is still their game to lose. The Mirana's strong, and now they're aware of the combo. They're going to play a lot safer. So with Mirana having that Mjolnir, Maelstrom on top of the S and Y, you've still got a Dazzle with a level 11, so level 2 ulti and a Medallion. You should be able to put up a big fight. Some of the turning items will be BKBs, and that's what we have now, just picked up on Exist on his Slider. So that BKB is going to be big. How big? It really depends. I mean, obviously, even if you get BKBs on the team of Turtle, you've got Raw that you still have to deal with from Hook, but it negates a little bit of the vacuum, wall combo and crush chance if you do get a BKB. But I'm pretty sure they don't want to. But it looks like it's Turtle's game to lose, but I actually think Balkans should take this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the side of Turtle, they've got some big names on, but when it comes down to just synergy and team play, we just expect to see more from Balkan Bears because they've been together for a lot longer.
And I'm interested to see what the Beastmaster picks up. Okay, it is going to be Blink. All right, so another initiation. This is when the smokes get dangerous and the map gets a lot smaller because you don't actually have a really safe lineup to just walk around and farm if you're the team of Turtle. There's a lot of heroes that don't have the best of escapes. If they're pushing out waves, they can be picked up pretty quickly, and the burst damage coming in from Balkans is huge. So that Blink Dagger is going to force a smoke, and luckily for Turtle, they're actually smoked as well. This is probably the best case scenario they could have. It really depends on what's going to happen with the initiation, though, and Hook is so close to popping them out of smoke as they were them, and Nikwa's showing middle, so here it is. There's going to be a Raw.
Oh, straight onto
and
Nikwa.
Nikwa's down. And they're actually just going to run. They can't stay and fight. Surely this is insane.
Oh, not William. He's trying to go against your wishes, and he does go in, finds a kill onto Darks here. But the rest of the team are still alive. There'll be a buyback from DS as he's going to look to get himself back into this fight. EGM taking a fair bit of damage here from the Necro units. We're going to see so trying to bring down the size, but with the Grave Chill steals the movement speed, gets himself out.
Their Ursa,
now turns around,
so
and this is a fight that maybe you're right, James. They didn't want to look to continue into this one after Nikwa got picked off. It's going to end for a 3-for-2. There was a buyback from Darks here. He is back in the game for the push, but Turtle, both Dazzle and Queen of Pain don't have buybacks for this defense.
I'm going to bully Blitz after this. I'm going to be like, you got level 1 Roshan and you lost. I won't do that, Blitz. But yeah, trying to bait Nikwa mid could have been, could have worked out. But yeah, just the stability of having that blink and the Raw on Hook is just, it's too much. You're going to get a kill with a Slider no matter what. I didn't actually notice that Not William had a BKB, so when he turned to go back in the fight, yeah, he did help secure a kill. Yeah. But not enough. And it went in the favor of Balkan Bears. And we must be pretty close on the net worth, if not.
Let's have a look at how much he's done. Oh, we're actually going to see Nikwa go on to Hook.
I don't think this is going to matter. He hasn't got a Yours, and there's nothing else. So what are we looking on?
It's not turned around that much. It's still a 12,000 lead for the side of Turtle. I guess you've got to take into effect all the Roshans they've got. They've got a very slight tower advantage. They've still just got one standing on the side of Turtle, but they've still got a fair way to pull it round, but it certainly feels a lot closer than the graph shows at this point.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the solar crest used by Yapzor, by the way, that fight? I wasn't paying attention to it.
I think it was indeed popped down on the Slardar when he was in the middle fighting up.
Oh, okay.
I believe it was used defensively.
Yeah.
They popped it onto the Slardar.
Okay, yeah.
And he jumped in.
Top lane, we actually have not William wanting to go ham.
He's going to get swapped back here.
Could
be oh!
No earn charge. Or earn charge now from crit. And they're going to want to back up. They can actually turn this fight, but I think they're going to want to back. They're getting a lot more from the map. Like,
Crit decided to cancel his TP because maybe they do want to fight here the side of Balkan Bear. With the Raw onto the Ursa, he's going to go down straight away. Now you vacuum a wall onto 2. There'll be a defensive disruption onto himself, but they've already lost Mirana with the Solar Sanction going onto Nikwe. He has to blink away. They'll chase down Pablo. He's almost only going to go down. There's going to be a shallow grave, but I don't think he gets out of this one. His TP's on cooldown. He willing to go down and exist. He looks for more. Goes straight into Nikwe. Nikwe will be able to blink away on 10 HP. Not willing, trying to fight against the Darkseer, but there's still 4 heroes here on the side of Balkan Bears. EGM's going to get magic missiled up with the Soul Assumption as well, trying to escape from this one. The Grave Chill comes out from Yapzor. They'll chase it down. Hook blinks forward, gets the summons out. Will find a kill. And again, another very impressive fight there for the side of Balkan Bears. And Turtle, they're just getting train wrecked to this point.
Yeah, it's hard fights to take. You've got so much damage and so much movement from the team of Balkan Bears. Well, not movement, but just a restriction of movement. I mean, you've got too many stuns. You've got a lot of birds. You got some boars. You got a hawk. You're not having a good time. And Nikwe just going to have to blink away. And Roshan spawning pretty soon.
Nikwe could be in trouble here. I mean, critical swap magic missile that will blink away. Hook's trying to look to get in here on this action and hasn't got the Raw for 8 seconds. 7. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. With that Raw, that would have been a definite kill.
Yeah, it would have been a Raw.
Oh, Nikwe!
What is he doing?
He's
great. He's the best player in the world. He's actually is he going to pick up a kill? He's going to pick up a
No!
Oh my god, that could have been bad.
But he's going to pay with his life. He does go down. Not William coming in will find the Vengeful Spirit. So it is a 2-for-1 trade.
Jesus Christ. It's like the team of Turtle just listened to some sort of like pump up music something and did like a montage video of like manning up or something. They were like, hey, we should maybe fight without Roshan. And,
yeah, this is a bad time for Balkan to lose a fight.
Yeah, it's huge. It's massive. It's just like, I was not expecting them to have the confidence to even put down any amount of pressure on the enemy team after losing that top fight. And Nikwe was just like, yeah, fuck this. I've got Orchid. And I can actually kill your Beastmaster, help get a second kill with the help of Ursa, or not William. And that's very uncharacteristic of how they've been playing this game thus far. So far, they've been 5-manning. There's not been a huge amount of like personal skill in terms of like those one-on-one situations. And I actually felt that like sometimes this is in a professional game, changing the pace of the game like just very, very quickly catches people off guard. That if you do actually turtle, as their name is suggesting in some ways, and then just turn on the pressure at the right moment, you can catch people off guard. And I feel that Balkan Bears were caught off guard because they were actually just looking to chase. They were feeling like we're confident. And then Nikwe was like, well, wait a minute, you know, I can do something here. And they get Roche. So that's an incredible turnaround in terms of where the game is, where the game was compared to now where the game is at. But we do have still a lot of cool items coming up. Yapzor has got really rich after his Solar Crest. He's got his Aghanims. He's now got a Ghost Scepter. We do have bots on the Beastmaster, so he can bot onto his boar and bird. So he can become like some sort of like bomber Beastmaster. I don't know the term for it. I'm sure people are giving it a name, but whatever. But yeah, so the game still feels pretty even. But Turtlewood, that was a comeback. Easily a comeback kill moment for them.
Yeah, I mean, they were certainly always kind of with the advantage, but it was slipping away. And we did see it slip back right to 6k after those 2 previous fights kicked in from Balkan Bears. But indeed after that, and with that fight, the advantage is going to head back towards the side of Turtle. And both XP and gold at this point. 34 minutes in. I mean, as you were saying earlier, 17 for 15. Not a lot of kills comparatively in this game, but nonetheless a very exciting and a very tense one as well between these two sides, because it really could still go both ways at this point.
Yep. We should have an armor advantage for the team of Turtle as well in the fights. They've got Vlad's, they've got a Sheever's guard, they've also got a medallion, and they've got Dazzle, right?
Oh, Ursa linking in aggressively. The arrow will go on to crit, and then they'll eat the Venge up straight away. Wall has been popped down. It's not actually going to catch anyone. There'll be a vacuum onto 3. EGM gets bursted straight away, and Pablo to follow as well. There'll be a buyback from EGM. He's trying to get himself back into the fight. The Moonlight Shadow giving them some safety, but they're still going to be able to find Mirana. Or is Mirana going to find them? Yapzor getting solo. William on the Ursa, desperately looking for it. He looks for the TP, the Venge, but it doesn't. Sorry, the Visage. It doesn't matter. There's the clap from Ursa. Brings him down, and And again, a very nice fight there for Turtle. They did lose 3 with EGM buying back on the Dazzle, but 3 for 4 overall.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good fight.
The wall wasn't great, and the grave, sorry, not the grave, the weave coming in from EGM was pretty huge, and it kicked in pretty much in the later stages of that fight. A couple of heroes got blown up from Turtle, but when it kicked in, they were looking really strong. So I actually do think they have the armor advantage, and off this, they're looking to get a Rax. We've got a respawn coming up very soon. They are going to lose the range Rax. I think they can defend the melee. They should definitely be able to defend the melee here.
Slardar brought back for this as well, so he's going to.
They've got an Aegis though on not William. This is maybe a little bit too dangerous to try and defend.
Magic Missile will hit him, but he's going to stand his ground and take the Rax.
Yeah, you're playing up against a Sheever's Guard as well on the Quap, so you're just going to get kited, and with an Aegis, it's a Rax. So Turtle get the first Rax of the game. Owen.
I mean, James, you're the analytical one. What do you have to say about this?
I'm not overly an analytical caster by any stretch of the imagination.
You're not, James.
Thanks, buddy. I was just trying. I was betting for compliments, insult, and I got nothing. Yeah. Beastmaster bots. I didn't like that choice.
Well, you don't like that choice.
No, I didn't like it.
That's pretty much the choice that everyone goes on.
Yeah, but the thing is like you could have actually got something that contributed to the fight.
What would you have liked to see instead?
Assault Cuirass.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't have got it all, but
pretty expensive.
But you get a discount if you're Beastmaster.
Do you?
Do some good talking. Yeah, sure. Why not? But bots haven't done anything for him. But I think he bought him before the fight, and he's saving for his buyback now.
Yeah. They need
buyback status.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, okay. We have 2 buybacks.
It's not great for the die.
This weave is really keeping him ahead. And how long's the Aegis? It's like easily over 2 minutes left, so no problem here. They need to burn through this Aegis and then keep this tower alive, which I don't think they're going to be able to do. If this tower goes down and William... Yeah, okay. The tower's still going to go down. That Miranda does a lot of damage and has cheese and has a Mjolnir.
And has 42 armor.
Yeah. They're not going to get the initiation that they need, I feel. Because they're not gonna let the Darkseer set up something good.
No, that's not gonna happen.
They need to commit with somebody that's actually gonna die. Okay, it's not William that they're gonna commit to. The wall is actually down, but it's not great. They're gonna go on Pablo. That's at least a kill. They get 2. Whoa. Aegis ran out.
You what? No.
He's dead.
Blitz. No, that wasn't Blitz. Well, yeah.
He had the Aegis, right?
He did. He had the Aegis.
Okay, they saw that. I didn't even know. I don't have in-game spectator. Sorry, with like scrubs. Okay, that's why they went. I was like, this might not turn out great.
Like, yeah, jumping on the guy with the Aegis. They must have literally watched him, and it must have just disappeared.
God, these pro gamers timing. It's really unfair, isn't it?
That's how you get to the final 8 of the Open Qualifiers, James.
We completely fluffed up this that moment of the commentary.
We could have,
We could have made that really epic.
Someone would have made a highlight of that, but now it's just going to be us going,
let's go back in time. Oh my God, Owen! The Ursa, his Aegis has just run out.
No!
And they stunned him. And he's dead.
Yeah.
Okay, fast forward. Here we are. What a turnaround. Timing the Aegis, Balkan Bears. Despite being one Rax.
You get an instant audio replay at the good studio. There's no video. You just hear the casting.
Yeah. That's where it's at. All right. They're fine. They can defend. They're not going to get the base.
Did Ursa buy back? He did. He bought back. He bought it back just now.
Good for him.
Yeah, but is it?
Okay, now bots are really good because they can farm bottom lane. Go farm bottom lane, Hook. You've got 4.7k gold and they're blatantly in base. Why is he hanging around the Darkseer?
Maybe he likes the Darkseer.
Yeah, he's gone to base.
Okay.
Assault Cuirass would be awesome. But
yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot of other items that would be great.
He's going for refreshers. That's what they always go for. They go for refreshers next. That's
not me.
You know? You don't build a refresher on you?
I'm not that kind of guy. I don't need it. My reload time is instant.
Your reload time?
Owen.
Is that like... do any games use that term?
Yeah, you reload in Counter-Strike.
I guess so. I guess...
My spray is pretty good as well. You play Counter-Strike?
Wow, looking at this table, I can see. It's pretty good.
That's the annoying thing about casting with English people. They pick up on the small English.
With anyone else, they're like.
But a lot of like European people that I used to cast with would just be like, "Could you stop talking about Counter-Strike during the game?" All right, Roshan's not up.
It's going to be up in. Oh no, we don't know how long it's going to be up until. Yeah, we need to wait. All right, until the timer is revealed. Double damage.
We haven't had any progression on items on the Shadow Demon.
No, Pablo.
Right, no progression there. Nequa, after the Sheevers, holds a bit of gold, so that's nice. We do have... Was there a cheese? Nope. We have no progression of items on EGM, which is very uncharacteristic, because normally he's pretty awesome at picking up the items. We have a shit ton of gold on the Visage. 4.3 gold, 4.3k.
He must be up on the net worth. Yeah, he's second highest on the team for them.
And also, this Darkseer has a Ghost Scepter as well to stay alive, and you're not going to die through a Queen of Pain.
He's got Guardian Greaves as well, worth noting.
Yep. So, item-wise, Balkan Bears have progressed a lot more.
This is going to be a good fight for Balkan Bears. They're going to get the jump on this, I kind of feel.
They have a cheese on the Ursa, and they're going to jump the Ursa. Are they going to chain stun him? Okay.
He's got no chance to
He's got no buyback either.
EGM. Shallow Graves himself, but with the balls and the Necro taking down, he's almost going to go down, leap away from Marana. It's a 2-0 here, as both Ursa and Dazzle do fall, neither with buyback available. Maybe they look to go for more. They can have a blink onslaughter in 1 second. There we go with the crush. They are going to be able to catch out Marana. And Marana goes down. It's a triple kill for the Beastmaster. That I was saying that was going to be a good fight. And I didn't expect it to go that well. But triple kill for Hook. And it's not looking good for Turtle.
Damage on the Ursa is insane. Like, he has 17 armor with his Vlads. And I don't think there's any other auras that they have. So, in terms of, like, when you've got a level 16 Slardar, it's like you've got -3 armor. So, and then there's a medallion.
They might find look, they're going in onto Exist here. Crit will throw a magic missile onto Nequa to slow him down, but Exist could be in a bit of trouble. Yapsor coming in with the backup.
It's really on Nequa, this situation.
That was an aggressive blinking. Will find a kill.
Save.
There's a defensive disruption indeed. The Burr's working on Pablo. Nequa is going to be able to blink away. Exist. He's wondering where to go. He's going to go for it. And pops the BKB. He was so scared of the Bur's damage from the Scream. And now he's going to look to go for more here onto Pablo. Pablo, the last remaining member here for the side of Turtle. And Hook linking forward. That's a mega kill for your Beastmaster. 28-20. Nequa will buy back, but I don't quite know what he's going to try and achieve here with this buyback.
He's Nequa, man.
He wants to go for
carried Alliance back to their current glory.
And
he's going to do it here as well. But unfortunately, Roche is going to die in like 3 seconds.
He's going for Yapso. He's got this is a dead Visage. Surely he's got the Sonic Wave if he wants to use it. He doesn't want to use it. He doesn't want to use it. On top of the Ghost Scepter, that would have killed the Visage, wouldn't it?
I don't know if it would have killed, but yeah,
it's
it
an
would have done.
Oh, it was pure damage. I'm an idiot. It wouldn't have been boosted anyway. Sorry. I'm not an analytical caster. I'm a
no problem.
That's all right. That's what I've got.
I feel our commentary. I feel like we peaked around 20 minutes. Anything over 40 minutes.
So, that's the fault of the game, you see.
Yeah, it is.
It's not the fault of the caster. It's gone on too long.
If you don't like our cast, blame the game.
Is anyone actually watching our cast?
Maybe.
Isn't there like proper tournaments?
All right, here we go. EGM going to get picked up. He's going to be killed. Pablo's going to die when he comes back out. No way this Marana can output enough damage, even though he has a Mjolnir. Birds don't give a shit. And not William is just kind of stumbling around in the fight. Drunkenly kind of slaps down one of the enemy heroes, and actually they come out a little bit better than I thought they would, but they do lose their Ursa. Pablo now going to take it. Birds are basically heroes at this stage of the game, and they're going to run after the Marana. Nice swap.
Yeah, Slardar's just brought
Hook's
back.
Gonna come back.
No, Hook coming in. So, I know everyone's dead on Turtle.
Yeah, I can't see this after the Roche being picked up. There's any way they're
the lanes are very heavily pushed in though for the side of the Dire. They've got a long way to go in terms of pushing the lanes back out.
Yeah, let's check their buybacks, and they have buyback on Marana and buyback on no one else. So Marana is going to buy back, sell all his item, pick up bots. What are you doing?
Just watching the stream.
And then, oh my god.
If the game is any
and
good,
then kill the tower. That's what's going to happen. And
well,
it will be fine. Okay, so in terms of the Ursa, how far has this Ursa dropped off? Because the Ursa is just like hasn't been able to use cheese in like the last 2 fights that he's died. Ursa still has cheese.
He's had that for a long time.
But it only gets better with age.
It turns into yogurt, doesn't it?
No. It depends what you do. It's like mature cheddar, dude. It's the best cheese. What's your favorite cheese?
I do like garlic roulade. I like garlic cheese. Are you a fan of the old?
No.
You don't like garlic
mature
cheese?
Cheddar, dude.
Well, cheddar is a bit boring. I mean, that's the standard cheese. That's the safe answer. You know, what do you like? I like cheddar.
No, but mature, extra mature.
Extra mature cheddar.
That's all I'm saying.
Is it only English people who get cheese down below?
What, from Australia? No, we get it. Yeah, we also mature it in caves. So technically a little bit, yeah. Yeah, Owen.
So do you not get English?
You're lucky I fucking saved you on such a disgraceful attempt at a rude joke, by the way. Like, seriously, like, that was just uncalled for bad.
I'm so glad I've got you here, James. I think... Do you find that you lose a bit of your English humour living in Sweden?
Let's focus on the fucking game, right? Because
that's what I'm trying to do, James.
No, this is going to finish in like 10 minutes.
So you see, if I was at like
Admittedly,
BTS or Join Dota, I would be casting
was.
seriously. But because I'm in the good studio and we don't even have posters on the wall, it's hard to get into the mindset of a casting.
Right. Let's see if they can defend. All right. So Team Turtle, they're going for a Lincoln's.
Are they?
Right? Is Nickwa getting a Lincoln's?
As a team, is this a team effort?
Is that the new Lincoln's?
There's a new Lincoln's.
Not a new Lincoln's, but how do you build a Lincoln's?
That's a refresher.
Is it? Okay. What, double perseverance is the new refresher?
Yeah, double they replaced
like
there's no recipe.
I win my game so fucking fast. I don't need these fucking items.
No, there is a recipe. They got rid of the Oblivion stuff that was instead of Oblivion stuff, it's a second perseverance.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's like whatever, but I'm just saying I don't need to buy these items because I win my games in like 15 minutes. Could have been. Could have been buying 2 Lincolns.
Well, let's see.
Okay, let's recap who's going to be able to win. Okay.
Who's going to be able to win?
You've got double Raw, you've got your Wall Steel, and you've got an unkillable Darkseer who also might be going for a Hex. Exist is way stronger than the Ursa right now and has an Aegis of Immortal. He's also going for an Assault Cuirass. On the other side of the team, you still don't have level 16 on EGM. Your Lotus Orb could work. They're going to throw that on the Ursa. That's a risky... I mean, it's a nice idea, but it's a big play if it works out. If it doesn't, I'm not surprised. And you've got potentially 2 Sonic Waves. It's so much in favor of Balkan Bears. They have the initiation, they have the counter initiation, and they can almost just close their eyes and probably hit the majority of their skills. And Turtle are going to have to play out of their minds to defend. So... we'll see.
Indeed, the push is going to come in from the side of Balkan Bears and Turtle. Just going to throw out the Sonic Wave onto Exist here, bursting him down fairly low. There'll be the Surge onto him as he gets himself out with the Soul Catch on him. He really doesn't want to stick around for this fight.
The other thing as well, if we get an arrow, if you actually get a good arrow in terms of when the fight starts, you've got a good chance as well. So, yeah, but there's a lot of factors that would suggest that Balkan Bears should come out on top of the team fight. It's going to be, yeah.
Oh, man, I mean, look at the swing round this game. Look at the graph. I mean, it was a 14,000 gold advantage for the side of Turtle, but it swung right round to 8k in favour of Balkan Bears. So
it's right, Owen, they're pushing the base.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, but nothing's happening, James. Look.
This is a best of 1.
I'm so glad I didn't miss that, James.
50-minute game. Then you get in best of 3s, right? So then, like, this is huge. Because if you're the better team in the best of 3s, you should always go through. But so far, this game has been fantastic. So let's see. Exists. We've got a Weave come out. Oh. Nice Disrupt.
Yeah, indeed. There was Disrupt onto the Ursa, who did get brought up. They managed to take down EGM, though. Now with the second Raw onto Ursa for round 2. The Lotus Orb was on him. That was not self-Raws himself. Now Ursa pops the cheese, continues to fight back against the side of Balkan Bears. Darkseer trying to get himself out. EGM looking for crit. They found Darkseer. Crit. He's ticking down. Here's the Poison Touch. Will have the Undershadowed charges.
Nice
it's going to be enough with the Moonlight Shadow. They're trying to chase it down. It's been a double kill so far for the Ursa. Everyone is dying on the side of Balkan Bears. Exist is still there. He'll go down as well. And Turtle, they end up defending the base effortlessly.
Dude, like... what a player, not William. A lot of people would tell you, dude, use your cheese. Use your cheese, you know, in terms of like for the last 30 minutes you've had it. He's like, no, because there's going to be a fight in base. And cheese only gets better the more mature it is. And that cheese, even though he actually got a grave thrown on top of him, which is kind of unfortunate, was just huge to their damage output. And the wall, it did hit a couple. It wasn't overly great, but... the Weave as well, it came out early and it started to kick in later on and just really helped the Ursa. So they're just going to go straight down mid. We do have some players already in position to defend. We have a Cheese as well on the Beastmaster hook. He also is going for the not William strategy, that Cheese will get stronger over time. I think that should be a mechanic. I don't know anybody that works at Valve though, so unfortunately I probably can't tell them my great ideas.
Do you know anyone that works at Riot, James?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, melee rack's going down bottom, and that's going to disappear. So 1 rack's left for the team of Balkan Bears, and 1 tier 4 tower as well. And they've got no Slardar, and the Slardar, we should have checked. It doesn't have a buyback. So if you're going to defend and be amazing.
Oh, he's got BKB and a load of swap! And looks like he's going to get swapped into the base here. And actually, this is going to die. Oh, no, he's not. There's a nice Sonic Wave from Nequa.
This is really bad. I don't know why they were diving on not William. They could actually fuck up the game here. Oh my god. Exist is back. They've defended. Why? What were they diving for? Why did not William want to go ham? They're going to kill Pablo. Oh my god.
They're going to get Joey as well here. The arrow will be there, but Exist should be able to chase.
No, he's going to be able to chase.
He's got a crush, mate.
Fuck. Check the buyback.
Let's have a look.
All right, Nico's got
they've
buyback.
got buyback. They've got buyback. Everyone apart from EGM has got a buyback.
Okay, that's fine.
Panic over.
All right, but still.
Yeah. Was that... they didn't need to do that, did they?
That was not space created.
No. Well, this is... it's an
and we've still got cheese on hook. So...
Yep.
Give it to... Can Slardar carry the cheese?
He could.
Yeah, he can.
When he finishes off his AC, definitely.
But I guess he might want to hold on to cheese. Is he going to have mana problems with double raw? 200 mana on raw? Nah, he'd be fine.
He's got mana for days. He's fine. Cheap stick on your darks here as well.
How many
balls
balls can you have up when you you can have 3 or 4 at once? 3 at once, I guess.
Yeah, 3 wouldn't it be before the
if you refresh her.
Yeah. So I mean that could be game changing. That could be what they need, James.
Shut up. Nequa's gonna kill Hook unless he cheeses. He cheeses!
Oh, he's
turned it.
Okay. A Nequa?
He's going for base. No, he's just keeping him. Oh!
That was so close, James. That was. Oh.
I bet Beastmaster's kicking himself. He's saying to himself, he's like, why do I need to lift my hands to raw? He's like, why did I do that?
That's true.
He's like, it's from the belly. I mean, and there he was lifting his arms and he's really kicking himself. Because if that raw came through, that would have been a nice kill. But Nequa, I think, still has a buyback. So Nequa just holding the game in place.
They've all got buybacks still, apart from EGM. EGM's the only one on cooldown on the side of the die. And I mean, the Radiant, they need to be more careful. No one has got buyback available on the side of Balkan Bears.
Yeah. Just keep checking the items, by the way, in case we're not talking properly about what's happening in game. Then people can tell themselves the story.
Okay.
Like, commentate at home if you want. Alright, push down mid. They're going to have to come back, the Balkan Bears. Glyph is down, and I don't think they can defend. They're going to do the star strat, Owen.
What is the star strat?
The star strat is when you make a star and you surround whatever you're trying to kill, and it's just like it doubles your power. It's ridiculous. They've got a gem and they've caught the Mirana. Nice disrupt by Pablo, but the wall's good as well. This is not easy for the team of Turtle to get a win out of this.
Are you sure? They found Exist.
Well, I don't know why
this is easy for Turtle to get a win. They've got no buybacks on the Radiant, James. And you know what that means?
They can't buy back, Owen?
Exactly, James. And I think that on that bombshell, look, Exist wasn't happy.
Disconnect.
He's back to the rap game.
Blitz, EGM, Nequa, and 2 other guys that we don't know.
They did it.
Because they're not part of Dota 2 reality TV yet.
And I mean,
go through into the round of 3. That last fight was easier than I thought. I actually thought that the gem and the
gem
raw, they caught the Mirana.
Oh, the gem.
The gem with the raw. They were gonna get killed, but Pablo came in. He was like, "Yo, don't worry about it. I'm Pablo." And he came in, disrupt, and
good stuff. And, I mean, as you were saying, obviously very different going into best of threes rather than the best of ones. The lineup the Turtle have got, with the players that they've got and the experience that they have, they should do pretty well in best of 3 series.
Yeah, probably not as good as the Balkan Bears would have done. But they took a level 1 Roshan, and so they're now moving into best of 3s. I mean, you've got a good team, right? Turtle is a very good team. Nequa played friggin' amazing.
He did.
Very unfortunately, though, he didn't have like an item to kind of help himself in many times, because I felt like if he, not a Yules, but a BKB or something, that he could have popped.
I mean, maybe even a sheep stick. He didn't even have a scythe at the end. He opted for the Sheevers instead.
Yeah, but Yeah, I think if he had a BKB, he might have been able to be even more devastating than he was in some of those fights. But whatever.
Whatever, indeed. And the mid Mirana worked out. It's not a hero that we see mid every time. I mean, are you liking the old Mirana mid?
I don't think the Mirana really worked out.
Even though they're involved in the most kills?
Yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, if that was a level game without a level 1 Roche, I think that Mirana would have been useless. And I don't think the Mirana
But the Mirana
was
didn't take any XP from the Roche.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, as a if your team's tanky and you're a Mirana, you're having a good time. If your team's not tanky and you're a Mirana and you hit like a kitten, you're not having a great time. I don't think the Mirana was like a pick that was like, oh my god, this has really worked out in a big way. Okay. I think the Mirana could have been like a bunch of other heroes.
Okay.
And in terms of the damage output the Mirana did, it was like, yeah, Mjolnir. It's whatever.
Okay, so no, you don't sound too impressed. Yeah.
I'm just being real, Owen.
Real?
Yeah.
Being real?
Yes, Owen.
Can you still do that at your age?
Yeah. I'm real and hip. And we should go to break.
We should. Are we sending someone else down here for the next game?
You'll be here.
I'm not going to be here. I've done 2 games. We'll send...
You're young and eager. You want to make it in the industry. Look at me. You could be me one day. I've made it.
Have you made it, James? Yeah.
Made it multiple times, Owen.
What? James, are you making these jokes that I should stop you from making? Like, you stop me from making jokes?
No, that's not a joke. Actually made it many times. This is your first game that you've commentated, right? I'm just saying.
No, I did 2. I did one with Shane.
I meant Dota. Like not.
Oh, just in games.
First genre of game.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So you gotta work hard.
You casted.
Remember?
Quake.
No, from the beginning.
Unreal,
what did I play professionally that I spoke to you earlier? Exactly.
Centipede.
Nope.
That was the Riot lads. Did you do Unreal tournament?
Yep.
Did you ever do time splitters?
No.
I'm
just saying.
Yeah. You've got experience.
Yeah.
Apparently, but you've never really made it. Like
halfway, multiple times.
And then you changed game.
Yeah. When other people came in, I was like, I'm out. Too much competition.
Am I scaring you, James?
A little bit.
But
let's go to break and then we get Draskyl.
Johnny, run some adverts. Do we have adverts? Are we sponsored?
I don't know. You can do an advert. Do a live advert for us.
Buy Red Bull.
No. We don't have any Red Bull to sell. Do something that at least they can be involved in. That's lying. That's not an advert. Well, it is an advert, but it's for Red Bull, not for us. An advert for us. Go.
Watch our streams because.
Keep going.
When you watch them, you see things you wouldn't understand if you didn't watch the stream.
Well, that sums it up, kids. Keep on watching, and we'll be back after the break with our new marketing manager and Draskyl.